All right, guys. So, what have we seen so far? We have seen a crazy drop in our market today. Called out those shorts earlier. We were able to catch a big piece of this drop so far today. So I'm looking at the 4-hour right now. Over here on MNQU. Remember, guys, we're on to our September contract, so we're on MNQU at this point. MNQU, and then I got MESU pulled up over here on the left. So 4-hour time frame. Very, very bearish. We are in this big 4-hour bullish imbalance, but we have almost mitigated the whole thing so far, and we have touched down into that 4-hour bullish order block down here. Okay, so our levels of liquidity that we're looking at price to target if these shorts are going to continue are these external lows. So we'd be looking at this low down here on the hourly time frame. We have that swing low down at 19,904. That is a key level that we would want to see price target. And if we were going to really drop and continue this strong bearish trend, would be these equal lows down here at 19,762.5. I don't know necessarily if today we're going to drop that far. I do think we have potential to drop and take out this level of liquidity though. So that is what I'm keeping in mind. Again, when we see such a strong bearish trend like this, we have to keep assuming that that the shorts are going to continue to go until we're proven otherwise, until we see some kind of market structure shift, some kind of break of structure back to the upside. So I'm going to continue to assume longs. Why do I keep saying longs? I've been used to saying longs lately because that's all we've seen until today. I'm going to keep assuming that shorts will keep stepping in. So over here on ES, remember we talked about this morning. We talked about, let me remove these, yesterday's low as that key level, right? That we wanted to see ES come target. Look at how we swept that low, and now we're in the daily bullish fair value gap. So we have already taken our AM target for New York AM session. So now we need to figure out if the trend is going to continue and we can keep catching these shorts, or if we're going to see some kind of pullback in the market after taking out these levels. You can see ES still has a long ways to go until that next liquidity level all the way down here. It's the same one from NQ that we saw. So we're still pretty far away from that. We still haven't displaced these lows on NQ on an hourly time frame. So we'll see if we're going to do that. If we're going to displace on the hourly on ES, really want to see that for the continuation to the downside. Okay, but let's not overcomplicate it. Let's keep it simple. Look at the 5-minute. We are in a bearish trend, guys. We don't want to fight the trend, so we're going to keep looking for shorts until that trend is actually broken. Okay, so we see this fair value gap here on the 5-minute that we traded up into and we bounced from. We see this fair value gap here on the 5-minute that we traded into and we bounced from. So we're back in that fair value gap. So now what we're looking for is to see if we're going to break structure to the upside and get some kind of reversal. We would need to take out that high up there and get a real break of structure. It would be that high, and then it would be this high up top. So that's what I would be looking at if the longs were going to step in. But again, I'm going to keep assuming that these shorts are going to come back. So you want to be trading on MNQU if you're trading the micros. MNQU 2024. Those are our September contracts. And then over here is MESU 2024 on the left. If you're trading minis, it would be NQU 2024 and ESU. So we're on to the U contracts. Okay, so really right now, just waiting to see if we're going to get a reaction back down. Look at this range we see on the 5 and the 1 minute. So we create these swing highs to swing lows. All right, so I'm really looking at this range here, from this swing low up to this swing high. And we're trading back into a premium now. So now I'm waiting to see if we're going to get some kind of reaction off this 5-minute bearish fair value gap and start looking for the shorts again. So that's a 5-minute SIBI there. Okay, and then we have this BPR balanced price range down here. So basically just waiting to see what kind of reaction we get. So we're back into the premium of this range right here. So far today, every time we create a range, we trade up pretty much back to the premium and then we drop back down. So That's what I'm waiting for right now to see if we're going to get a reaction here. We're going to head back down, or if we're going to start heading up to rebalance some of this market. We can look on a daily time frame. We've traded all the way down to the bottom of this daily fair value gap, and now we're starting to see a little bit of a reaction back up. So we're respecting bullish. Yeah, and that's why I'm being more cautious about just jumping into the shorts right now. But we would expect that, right? So every time we create one of these ranges from this high to this low, we would expect price to trade back up into a premium of that range. So we would expect price to respect the bullish fair value gaps on the 1 minute, leading up until we get to that point. And now we're looking for a strong reaction back down to start taking the shorts again, like we're seeing right now. All right, so now we're starting to see that reaction. And now we're looking to come back down to the lows. Oops. Back down to these lows. So we just touched into the bullish 5 minute. So we would want to see us really trying to push through that bullish 5 minute fair value gap or 5 minute balance price range here. Start giving us the conviction to get in short. Let's see what the VIX is doing right now. VIX is a little bit red. So, you know, I'm just gonna be a little bit more patient here, not force any trades. Not gonna force any trades here. Give me a sec, guys. I got a little bit of a headache here, so I'm gonna take some Advil real quick. All right, we are good now. So what we don't want to do too much is focus on the 1 minute all the time. We want to be looking at our 5 minute as well, and our 15 minute in our higher time frames. So going short from up here is not a bad idea because we touch back into that 5 minute. But now you would just, you know, if I was in this trade, let's say I shorted from up here, I'd be keeping it, probably having my stop around break even or keeping it pretty tight because we do have this bullish fair value gap. We have a balanced price range down here, and we saw a very strong up close bullish candle. So I'd be a little bit more cautious about just jumping back into the shorts right now. Okay, so basically we are ranging between bullish and bearish 5 minute fair value gaps. So we'd want to wait for us to really break out of this range. You know, and I'm not really looking to force a trade. I'm looking for, you know, we're not taking entry in the chop while we're sitting between two fair value gaps on the 5 minute time frame. Really want to wait for us to show us what we're trying to do here, to show us if we're going to get that continuation to the downside and keep going for sell side liquidity, or if we're going to have a big pullback in the market going up. Today overall, most of our main stocks, right, like our Magnificent Seven, are very bearish. Everything is very bearish today, so I would expect a continuation to the downside overall. But sometimes after we've already made our big move on the day, sometimes we don't see too much of a continuation in the afternoon. Sometimes we'll see more of like ranging after we've already taken out our external level, like taking out that external low at yesterday's low on ES. Ever since we've taken out the external low on ES, we've just been ranging. So I'm not looking to just jump into a trade, really waiting for us to either get that continuation to the downside to keep catching these shorts, or waiting for us to start to break structure to the upside. That's what I'm waiting for. Okay, we don't want to get caught in this chop right here, though. This is not a point where I would be looking for entries. You can see here, ES is going to take out that high right now. Oops. Right there. So price is starting to look a little bit more bullish. So basically all we're doing right now is just waiting for price to pick its direction and reacting. That's it. So we see we have SMT divergence at the highs. ES is sweeping this high up here, and Q has not swept that high. So when I see SMT like that, I'm not looking to just jump into the longs. Especially when we're in a bearish imbalance here. Do want to see what kind of reaction we're going to get off of this. And we still have a few more minutes until silver bullet hour, so you can give us some time. I'm okay with waiting. I want to be patient. Make sure we're only taking A+ setups here. How are you guys doing on the day, though? How are our accounts looking today? Should be looking pretty green, I'm hoping. I'm hoping they're looking pretty green. There we go. Greens, greens, greens. Let's go. Hey. Kia trades, it's okay. It's okay. You know, we have those days. There's going to be days that are really frustrating where we really want to get involved and we just can't seem to get the right entries. It's just a learning lesson. It's just a learning lesson. We learn from the losses, we move on, and we get better. That's it. Yeah, honestly, I mean, I'm not trading my main account at all for the rest of the day. I'm not touching that. But you know, if let's say if I wanted to keep trading my main account, I would really need to see some amazing price action to do that. Because if not, I already got a lot of profit on that account. I'm not really looking to risk it. Yeah, exactly, right? Using the 5 to 15 minute as confirmation, using the higher time frames as confirmation, and then getting those entries off the 1 minute time frame. So we're starting to move up. We're about to close on the 5 minute. Yes, trading the prop firm accounts, right? Those are 50K accounts for this session. All right, so we're kind of moving slow. Looks like we don't have a ton of volume right now. Hanging out in the 5 minute fair value gap here. About to end on the hour. Look at that pullback on the hour. Hourly imbalance above. We could see price start to head up and try to grab some buy side liquidity during silver bullet hour. So sizing for the 50Ks, what I'm doing is 6 micros full lot. 6 micros full lot. Scaling in with 3. Alright, so we just closed on the hour. Looking like we're trying to go up and grab some buy side liquidity. I have tried Top Step X. I'm not a huge fan of it so far. I haven't really used it enough to. I've only taken a few trades on it. I haven't used it enough to really know if I love it. I just don't love the layout too much. Yep, confirmations are everything. So we are looking pretty bullish, looking like we're going to go target some buy side. Caught some longs. Let's go Wild West. We are doing great today. Doing great. In the green. Alright guys, so these longs are really stepping in here. Looks like they want to push up for our buy side liquidity. So now at this point, Silver Bullet looking for those 1 minute fair value gap entries in the longs to come grab buy side liquidity here and up here, possibly a little bit higher. All right, so looking for these 1 minute fair value gap entries. Looks like we're going to go try to target the highs up top. So let's see if we get any pullback and any entry opportunities here. Right now we're just kind of running away, not really giving us too many opportunities. We are starting to look pretty bullish though. ES is already almost at that second liquidity level. NQ hasn't taken that first one yet, so we still have a lot of divergence here. But I do expect NQ to come up and try to take that buy side liquidity level. Let's see if we can get any kind of pullback. Right now we're just kind of running. So we just barely traded above. Again, not going to chase price whatsoever. Going to wait for pullback. If we don't get that pullback or that retracement, I'm not looking to get in. I'm not looking to force entries. I'm not going to get FOMO if I miss out on a trade. Okay, these longs are looking good. Doesn't mean I'm just going to jump in because we're pumping. No, I'm going to wait for a real entry. Can't get that FOMO, guys. Cannot get FOMO. A lot of pullback here after sweeping liquidity. Again, Silver Bullet longs are looking pretty good. Just need to see an entry opportunity for me to want to get involved. All right, so just waiting for that pullback here. And then to take the longs all the way to that liquidity level up top. All the way up to here. Yep, 5 minutes about to close. We will see if we're going to get displacement on the 5. Looks like we're about to. Either way, we were looking very bullish here. Looking like we do want to go up and target that high above during Silver Bullet. So we're going to close with displacement here. And we're still not really coming back for any of our fair value gaps. So until that happens, I won't be getting an entry. So we've got all these fair value gaps left behind here. And we're not really coming back. Again, you could chase the longs, but that's not what I do. It's not what I do. So that I'm not going to get FOMO, right? Our analysis is right on point. We expected these longs to step back in here. Come grab all this buy side liquidity. But if we're not offered the opportunity, guys, then we're not getting involved. Right? So many times you're going to try to chase these longs. You're going to try to chase them, and then it's going to pull back right back on you. You're going to get stopped out, and you're going to be very frustrated. No, we are not in. We haven't really had an opportunity to get an entry yet that I've liked. Looking for that 1 minute fair value gap entry. We haven't had any pullback yet. So I've just been waiting for that. A lot of SMT here. Got to be careful at this point. Let's see if we can trade into some of these fair value gaps. You can see ES took out that high, and Q still hasn't. I do expect NQ to go take out that high, though. Just want to see us tap into a fair value gap to really get a good entry. Let's go, Tommy. That's big time right there. No, we haven't had any opportunity to get in. Just been waiting for us to tap into a 1 minute fair value gap to get some kind of pullback. Just to get an entry. Not really looking to chase these longs. So that's what I'm waiting for here. Pretty much the first fair value gap that we trade into, that's the entry I'm looking to get. During Silver Bullet, I typically look to target the first fair value gap. And we're really not pulling back, so you can always use the 1 minute order block as an entry. Get an entry up here if you wanted to, but at that point, we're not offered a ton of reward. Still about 87 ticks. But still don't really like taking that entry. Okay, just entered into a 5 minute bearish fair value gap here on ES. We're in that 5 minute on NQ. Still looking extremely bullish though. Is there a breaker on the 15 or on the 5 minute? Let's see. No, I don't see any breakers. We don't really see a high, low, higher, high. Oh, you mean a bullish breaker? We do have a bullish breaker, sorry. Low, high, lower, low. So we do have a bullish breaker, possibly a bullish unicorn setup here. Right here. So that is a bullish breaker, possible unicorn. If we close on the 5 minute here, that could be a pretty solid entry for the longs if we want to trade back into it. Catch it up to the highs up here. So let's wait and see if we want to do that. All right, so 5 minute unicorn, right? Low, high, lower, low, displacement of the high here, fair value gap left behind, unicorn model. If we trade back into that fair value gap, would be a very good entry for us to long up to this point. We could use our fib here, first low to high there. Fibonacci retracement points, good standard deviation levels. So basically just waiting to see if we get that pullback now. So looking to target entry somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. Let's see what the VIX is doing. The VIX is still really dropping. Still really dropping. So if we trade down into that 5 minute unicorn, I'd be looking to see what kind of reaction we get off of it. Are we going to bounce off of it? Are we going to try to push right through? If we even trade back into it. Yes, 5-minute bearish order block right here. This is that bearish order block. Up close candle, strong down close candle. We're in a 5-minute bearish fair value gap, right? But we formed that bullish reversal pattern. We've gotten a market structure shift. So now I'm just going to wait to see if we trade back down. And if we get a strong reaction off of that breaker, I'll still be looking long. If we're pushing right through it aggressively, I will no longer be looking for the longs. So let's see what we do when we trade back into this level. If we trade back into this level. Okay, so we just touched into the fair value gap there. Would like to see if we're going to touch the breaker though. Remember, I'm not going to jump into the longs on an aggressive down close candle. I would have to see a very strong reaction back up for me to get in the longs. Especially when we are so bearish overall on the day. I need to see a nice reaction. Especially when we had SMT at the highs. It's got to be very clear confirmation for me. So now we're in that breaker. In that fair value gap. But we are pushing down a little too aggressively. So no entries for me yet. Still waiting for an entry here, guys. Yeah, I look at the 50% level. So still being patient, still waiting. Okay, we have this 1 minute fair value gap above. So we would need to start inversing that. Let's see how that 15-minute candle closed. A lot of pullback on the 15-minute there. Still think these longs could step in here, though. I'm going to give the longs a shot here. I'm going to keep a pretty tight stop, though. Oh, I got filled very high. So I'm just getting in half a lot. I got filled a lot higher than I wanted. A lot higher than I wanted. So I'll keep a 45 tick stop down at the low. Still in half a lot right now. So stop loss is going to go at 51.25. And let's see if we can inverse this 1 minute and continue to pump. Okay, I'll be monitoring this trade very closely. If we can't push through this 1 minute bearish for value gap, I'll start to get out. Let's see if we can pump from here. I'm going to add it to a full here, guys. I'm going to add it to a full. I'm going to keep one stop. I'm going to keep half a stop a little bit higher. Let's see. So let me put my other stop. I'm going to put one stop pretty high just in case we want to come back down. I'm going to keep it all the way up here, guys. I'm going to keep one stop for half my position here. Because if we do come down and start pushing down aggressively, I want to get out. You know, I'm not going to want to hold my full position. I'll look to sell half up top. So I'm going to put a limit order sell up top for half of my position. And see if we can keep pumping through. And we'll look to hold all the way up. Again, keeping very tight risk here, not trying to risk too much. See if we can get that pump here. We're still failing to inverse that 1 minute. We got pretty close to inversing it. I still really like the 5 minute bullish breaker being respected and seeing that strong bounce. Obviously, I would want a lower entry, but I was really just waiting for that confirmation. So that's why I'm keeping such a tight stop here, okay, because we still could head down from this point, so I want to be careful. I want to be very cautious with this position. Let's see if these longs do want to keep stepping in. And go grab some buy side. Again, looking at this 5 minute, guys, this is why. We touch into the 5 minute breaker, we bounce, we start to pump. All right, but still keeping a very tight stop because we are really failing to break through right here. Move my other stop loss up a little bit. All right, so not risking too much on this trade here. Okay, so we got our first half of our position got stopped out there. Let's see if we're going to react and continue to bounce. I'll still think about adding back into a full if we can bounce from this point. Get that out of the way there. So we have that 1 minute fair value gap here. Let's see if we want to bounce from here. Or if we're going to head right back down. And again, if we do head back down and we stop me out, that's when I'll start looking for shorts. If we come down and start making lower lows. All right, so this is how I'm trying to manage my risk here, managing it very tight, very close stops. I still like the setup overall. Just have a way higher entry. Not as ideal of an entry. Again, the ideal entry would be down here, but I really wanted to wait for that confirmation. All right, so we'll see. So far, we're still failing to break up. We're still failing to move up from here. All right, so out of that position there, out of that position. I don't know why one of them was still going. We're back into that breaker again. I'm gonna wait for another entry. Seeing us fail to really move up there. Don't like that as much. So if we start to break structure to the downside is when I would start thinking about shorts. Right, if we take out this low, I would start thinking about getting in the shorts. So now I'm waiting for displacement. Displacement of the low. Let's see if we're still not displacing here. So it's still going to be patient. Still bouncing off that 5-minute breaker. Looking like we still might try to head up here. I don't want to chase another entry up top. I don't really like the ranging that we're doing. So I'll just continue to be patient. Continue to stay patient here. Right now we're just doing a lot of ranging. Alright, the 5 minutes still looks good to the upside. We still haven't broken structure back down. We still have that bullish breaker, bullish unicorn. Alright, so we're trying to pump. We're trying to pump from this level. You can see. Well, once it came back down to this point, I wasn't ready to get a re-entry here. If I got my original entry down here, I would have been willing to hold this one. Alright, so just waiting for us to stop chopping and stop arranging. See what the VIX is doing. YM is really pumping right now. The VIX has been a little bit bearish. But we just can't seem to break out of the range. Bahama Llama. What up, what up? Guys, what do we think's a better name, Bahama Llama or Wild West? We gotta let the people decide. So we just can't seem to break out here. Ooh, get wrecked, Wild West. Oh, the question is, what's a better name, Bahama Llama or Wild West 23? Guys, I'm just waiting for us to make a move here. Waiting to see if we're going to get that break of structure to the downside. If we're going to break out of this range. Choppy, choppy, choppy right now. The 5 keeps bouncing off of that breaker block. But so far hasn't had the strength to push through. So I'll just keep being patient, keep waiting. Is this AMD? It could be AMD. It could be AMD. Power of 3. I don't trade gold, but I do have people that keep telling me that I should be looking into it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Okay, so we're finally going up, trying to grab some more buy side. We'll see if this is actually going to be a breakout or if this is just going to be that AMD fake out move. Again, bullish breaker still holding strong here. Bullish unicorn model. That first standard deviation isn't until this fair value gap up top. Really just going to be waiting for something clean, some better price action than this, some better movement. We still haven't touched into that hourly. I wanted to see us at least touch into that hourly imbalance above. Let's go Wild West. Plus 600. Oops. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's been a real nice day so far, guys. Real nice day. The shorts have really offered us some good reward. Even those longs earlier offered us some decent reward. And I've got a little bit of a migraine right now. Just trying to just pop some Advil. Hopefully it'll go away. Man, I've already drank a lot of water today. I drink a lot of water. Oh, Gooey is good. He's a good pup. Yeah, maybe I should get some electrolytes. What I really need is just to go get some sunlight. I need to go get that vitamin D. Yeah, migraines are no fun. I used to get them growing up all of the time, and then I kind of grew out of them. But sometimes I'll still have them. Some ice cream. That just means liquidity, Jack. That's just the symbol for liquidity. So at the high. So we're still trying to push up here. But we're just really not moving enough for me to want to get a re-entry. Yes, they are dollar signs. Let's see if I can zoom in for you. Oops. Dollar signs. So we're still moving up, slowly and slowly. Just with no fast movement. Just kind of chopping our way up. So I'm not really liking anything right now. So we've got ES sitting right around VWAP. It's already taken out the liquidity level, so we have the SMT at the highs. We're seeing us really fail to keep going higher. So at this point, I'm just waiting for us to come back down and displace these lows and see if the shorts are going to come back in. Again, our bias on the day is still bearish overall. You can see how bearish we've been today. But, like, you know, making a move like we did this morning, sometimes in the afternoon we'll see pretty slow ranging price action. So you got to be aware of that. So, I mean, recently, guys, our afternoon sessions have not offered the best opportunities. It's been a lot more slower price action with not the best price action. And that's mainly because in the mornings we're seeing crazy moves happen. So after we already take out those external targets, sometimes we'll see the market just kind of hang out and not really do too much. Let's see if we're going to displace these lows, get a little AMD here. A little AMD action. There we go. Okay, so waiting for displacement here. We just touched into the 15-minute bullish for value gap, so got to see some real displacement, some real move down. So we just displaced the lows there. So let's see how much we want to move down. I'm starting to think shorts again here, guys. Starting to think shorts again. Again, not going to chase these shorts. Going to wait for a good setup. Wild West, you still holding the shorts? You still holding them? I mean, our next real level of liquidity isn't until these lows. There we go. So we got strong displacement there. Let's see what we do once we touch up into this bearish fair value gap up top. See if we're going to respect the fair value gap or if we're going to push right through it. If we respect it, I would expect the shorts to keep going all the way back down to the lows. If we start to push through it, I wouldn't trust the shorts as much. So that's that Fibonacci from the high to the low, power of 3. Would want to see us trade back up a little bit more. Okay, I mean, these shorts could really just keep stepping in. I do want to wait for some more retracement. Don't want to chase here. Looks like we're going to keep going down, though. Okay, so we got that next level of liquidity down here. And then we got our lows of the day all the way down here. And we got 1 minute order block here. Let's see if we start to bounce off that 1 minute, if we're going to trade right back up. We can start to bounce off that 1 minute. Might look for another entry. Just don't want to get too low of an entry here, guys. Don't want to get an entry for us just to push right back up into a premium. See how this 5 minute candle is about to close. Still closing inside of that bullish breaker, inside of that fair value gap. But with a lot of... It's a strong candle close down on that 5 minute though so far. A lot of pullback here. A lot of pullback. Moving up kind of aggressively. Do want to see if we're going to go up into that golden zone up above or even into a premium of that 1 minute range here. Looks like we're going to try to push right through. We'll need to see a very strong reaction here if I'm going to try to short this. Still too bullish here. I'm starting to like that movement. I'm going to try out the shorts one more time here, guys. I'm going to try out the shorts just half a lot here. Just half a lot. We traded up into a premium. We're reacting off that fair value gap pretty strong. I'll just keep a stop just above the fair value gap, 45 ticks. 20.5725. We'll see if this one wants to go all the way down to the lows. So still holding half a lot. Again, I'm going to monitor this trade very closely. You need to see that drop really start to happen. Still just in half a lot here. Five minutes starting to look pretty bearish. Let's see, we're not getting that fall through just yet. I'm still liking the setup here. I'm liking the AMD. We just need to see that distribution really play out here. Really want to see us displace these lows. Want to see us displace the lows and then show us a good level to be able to add into a full if we want to where we can move our stop down and still be comfortable in that trade. And if I can't add into a full, then I'll just keep holding the half a lot all the way down to the lows. See if we can get that continuation here. Alright, if you did add into a full, you could look to take TP around this low. Alright, we've already hit more than a 1-to-1. We've hit over 50 ticks so far. At this point, I'm just going to move my stop to break even and make it a risk-free trade. And if we come up, I'll look for a better entry. Alright, if we come up and stop me out at break even, I'll just look for a better entry up there and add into a full. At this point, we've already hit over 50 ticks. I'm making it risk-free. I'm not going to let this one stop me out for a loss. We'll see if we can get that drop. We're not getting that fall through right now. We're still struggling to break through these bullish imbalances on multiple time frames. So we really want to see us break through this low right here. All right, we're struggling to do that, and that's why I moved my stop to break even here. Not really looking to take a loss on this one if price is going to come right back on us. Here's what I'll do is if we start to drop a little bit, if we don't get stopped out, let's see if we get stopped here. All right, so it stopped me at break even there. We really pulled back up, so we're still haven't wanted to break that low. We're just ranging right back up. Okay, I don't like that range. Again, you could keep holding your stop where it was at. You could keep holding your stop above if you want to. I'm just not going to let a trade that's already 50 ticks in profit come stop me out in the red without taking profit It's not what I look to do. Right, and I would only look to take profit at the break of this low. Personally, that's what I would do. Wouldn't sell early. Because this one still has a lot of potential to drop. We're just really ranging right now. Look at the hourly. The hourly is looking very bearish. Yeah, I'll look for a re-entry. I just don't want to get an entry while we're in this range, while we're chopping again. While we're starting to pump. But I'll still be looking for a re-entry. Again, like I said, we could still drop from here. Right, so if you're still holding, there's still potential here. I don't like the ranging. And you're never going to see me allow a trade that's already over a 1-to-1 in profit or pretty far in profit. I'm never going to allow that one to come stop me out in the red if I haven't taken profit, right? So that's why I just moved my stop to break even. See if we start to get that drop from here. We haven't been able to really break through just yet. The shorts do look like they're still trying to step in though. So I'll just be patient and wait for a different setup. Like I said, I'm not going to force any more entries or any entries in this chop. I like the entry that we had up here. We just didn't get the follow through. All right, we created that range. We traded up into a premium of the range. And then we dropped. But we've just been chopping, so I don't like chop. No me gusta. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to see the shorts drop like 1,000 ticks. Is anybody still holding their short position? Let's see if they're going to go. Hey, bienvenidos, Gabriel. Welcome. Welcome to the team. Okay, so we're getting that drop. Anybody still holding these shorts? Let's see if they're going to come take out that level down low. Let's see if we create another fair value gap entry up here. That would make me want to get in again. Like right here. Again, I expect these shorts to come all the way back down to our low of the day. So there's still a lot of reward to be had. Where'd you get in at, Matt? Five five four 775. Okay, this would be that entry point where I'd look for a re-entry here. If we can get a nice reaction again back down. Let's see, I don't like this pump. I don't like the pump. Alright, I'm going to try out the shorts again here, guys. Half a lot. I like that fair value gap reaction. I like the reaction there. It's still just half a lot. Keep my stop up at 45 ticks above the fair value gap. 2039.25. See if we can start to drop here. Alright, I'm going to add into a full here, guys. I'm adding into a full. Let's see if we can get that drop here. So my entry moved down. Oops. I'm going to move my stop loss down. Keep it at 45 ticks. See if we can get that reaction down to this low. Really drop here down to those lows. 107 ticks for my first TP. So 19.99925 will be my first TP. If we can get that drop, if we don't want to just pump from here. Okay, we had a great reaction off that fair value gap, so I still like that entry a lot. We got a very strong displacement candle. So if this one comes back on me, then, man, I don't know what to say. Man, I'm not liking that very much. I'm not liking that movement very much. Let's see if we can get that reaction back down here. We are getting a bounce off the 5 minute. Let's see that drop. I don't want to see any more chop, guys. I just want to see us drop. We can't get that continuation to the downside here. Man, let's see some follow through in Q. M and Q. Let's see some follow through here. Show us something. Show me the money. Show me the money. Yeah, we just can't seem to break. Can't seem to break this level. So we did get a lot of pullback on the 5 off this 5 minute imbalance below. But overall, we still look very bearish here. That's why I still like the shorts from there, but we're really trying to push through. Jeez. What is up with these entries today? During this prop firm session. So that one was very close to stopping me out there. See if we can get it. See if we can get that drop. Alright, Kia Trades, take it easy. I did not see that. Mount St. Helen is about to go off. About to explode. Oh, man. See, I would like this trade to melt down. Just like Mount St. Helen. I don't want to see it explode up. Ugh. Dang, guys. Why is my other... Dang, dang, dang. I really like that re-entry there. I really like that re-entry. Price is just trying to manipulate a little bit back up here. Overall, I still really like the shorts. So yeah, I mean, the entry just, you know, I really liked it, guys. We had that fair value gap, strong displacement, a strong reaction off of it here on the 1 minute. Got that entry off the reaction, and then we just wanted to slowly move up after that. Overall, I still like the shorts. Just that entry just wasn't it, I guess. Just couldn't dial in that one. I mean, look at the hourly, guys. The hourly still looks extremely bearish. So everything to me still looks very, very bearish. We're just bouncing off that 5 minute fair value gap right now. So we're not moving up super aggressively, which is why I was still holding on to those shorts, because we weren't really moving up super aggressively. We were trying to, and we kept failing, we kept respecting this imbalance, and that's why I was willing to keep holding those up to my stop loss. Right? We keep seeing we're struggling to push through. Have a good one, Fabio. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Just didn't get the entry on that one. So let's see what we do next. I don't know if I want to keep trading the prop firm accounts today after seeing this price action, but I do still think shorts are going to... We'll be trying to step back in. After seeing us completely displace our bullish breaker, getting a strong market structure shift back to the downside. So overall, still like the shorts. It's just got to dial in that entry a little bit better, which I still really liked it. So again, I stick to my plan. I like the entry. If it doesn't work out, can't get upset. Can't get upset. Ooh, there we go, AZ Sunshine. Well, I hope this drops for you right now. I hope this drops for you. And I still expect it to. We just got to push through that 5 minute bullish imbalance here. If we can push through this, like, we're good. Just looks like price wanted to manipulate me out of my position before making the move, displacing the fair value gap and then dropping. But yeah, AZ Sunshine, if you're still holding this one, I mean, it looks very good. I still expect us to come down to this low, down into that 5 minute BPR. So these shorts still look great, guys. They just wanted to, get me out before making the real move, I guess. Let's see. I mean, you could have, look to take profit at this low here. Keep holding all the way down to this low. Maybe even back down to low of the day. There's potential we drop back to low of the day again. So I might still look for one more re-entry, and that's it. Maybe one more re-entry. Okay, we got another displacement move down. We're seeing the 5 minute looking extremely bearish. The 1 hour looking extremely bearish. So whoever's still holding this, if I was in this trade still, I would be holding until at least the break of this low, personally. And possibly all the way down to this low down here. See if we're offered one more entry opportunity. But the way the session's going so far, it's been wanting, you know, I have not gotten, haven't had the best trade. If I would have just held this one up here, would have been chilling. But again, I stuck to my plan, so I'm not going to be upset about it. So lower low created, lower highs created. Going down for that liquidity below. Like we were saying, we're still short biased on the day. Extremely bearish today. And remember, I am not trading my main account at all from this morning. I'm not touching it. So is Mount St. Helens is really going to go off? Let's see. Get some sleep. And there it is, guys. That's what I was talking about there. There's that drop. This one's going to keep going. If you're still holding these shorts, you know, I mean, I personally would have sold some down here, and I would still be holding on to some contracts with this aggressive drop here. I would personally still be holding on to some contracts here. So if you're still holding that entry, I don't remember exactly what it was, but that was just 200 ticks from that entry. So yeah, it's annoying that we missed out on it, or at least that I missed out on it. But the idea was there. The idea was there. Okay, so this is that TP level I was talking about, was this low. I would have sold some contracts here and maybe just keep a runner here. We're back into that 5-minute BPR. We're touching into that 5-minute BPR, but it looks like these shorts are going to keep going. You can do it. You can do it. Short, short, short. Don't let the FOMO kick in, guys. Don't start to overtrade and try to revenge trade this. Please do not do that. Okay, let's see if we start to get a reaction off of this one here. This fair value gap here. I'll look for the shorts again. Oh, why did I get filled like that? Okay, I just got in again. I just got a terrible fill though. I was trying to get in a little bit higher. So I'm going to keep it. I'm going to be very, very strict about this one. I might just have to sell early here, guys, because that one filled me way too low. I don't know why it filled me all the way down here when I was trying to get filled up here. Where's my stop loss? 20.0575. So I'll just keep it there for now. I only gotten half a lot there. Oh, where's... I got filled super low there, guys. That was a terrible fill for some reason. I was trying to get filled up here. Filled me all the way down here, so that's kind of annoying. Let's see if we can still get that reaction back down. See if we can still drop from here and go to the low of the day. Can we drop? Can we drop? Terrible, terrible entry. But I'll still hold it. I'll still hold this half a lot here. Alright, I'm going to add it to a full, and I'm just going to hold on to this one. Just going to hold on to this one here. Keep my stop just above. This will be my last trade of the day here. Last trade of the day. If we can't break here, then I was not meant to win during this session. If we can't break here, then I guess the trading gods just didn't want me to win during prop firm session like that. So, yeah, that's annoying. I guess they just didn't want me to win. I mean, obviously this entry was lower than I wanted it to be, but we still started to see that strong reaction back down off the fair value gap. Still wanted to see those shorts step in all the way back down to these lows. And just got stopped. And then they filled me way too low. So, yeah, it's a disaster. No, guys, it is what it is. That's annoying about my entries today during this prop firm session. Should have been better. Could have been better. Could have been much better. But I'm not going to beat myself up over it. Okay, I'll take my losses here, and I'll just move on. I'll move on. Overall in the day, I'm still very happy with the day we had. Still very happy with the day we had. Hopefully you guys are still happy with the day you had. Hopefully you're still managing your risk correctly and not giving all your profits back to the market. The prop firm account has been all over the place. It's been all over the place. I haven't been trading that great during prop firm session recently. So the prop firm account is back down to only 500 in profit. Only 500 in profit. So again, like I said, I'm not really trying to, I haven't been trying to rush, and I obviously want to pass those accounts, but it's just been a lot of up and down. Recently, it's been more red during the prop firm sessions than green. So for these ones, we're using Apex. Guys, this is a very easy day to get a lot of FOMO, so do not let that FOMO set in. If you missed out on a certain trade, if you missed out on a move, just remember that tomorrow we could see just as good of a move, if not better. Monday we could see just as good of a move. Just because you missed out on the move today, don't let that one move you missed out on destroy your account and then make you question, why am I still trading? Okay, because you're going to question that when you start to get FOMO and you start to take these terrible trades. Just don't take the trades. Just, if you don't have the perfect setup, just stay out. Don't try to chase. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. If you missed out on one of the trades I took this morning, it's okay. There's going to be plenty of more. But it's going to be a lot harder to get those trades in the future if you blew your account or lost all of your trading capital. These are the days that can be very frustrating if you weren't able to catch, a part of the big move. See you later, honest money. All right, guys, just remember that. Overall, still a great day in my opinion. Yeah, I'm done taking trades today. I'm all done. Hit the loss limit on the prop firm accounts, so I'm just gonna call it. All right, guys, I appreciate you so much. Yeah, no, I got you. I agree. That one, I hopped right back on my computer, and I saw the setup, and I just went in to take it, and that's why I called it out a little bit later. But yes, in the future, I will try to set it up for you guys to where I can tell you, hey, this is what I'm looking for. And, yeah, so it'd be easier for you, right? Definitely. Well, I appreciate that input. I'll work on that part. I will work on that part. Oh, I appreciate that. That's what we're here for, guys. I just want you guys to learn as much as possible. That's what we're here for. And I appreciate you guys so much. You're the best. Yeah. Izaguirre. I will start doing that for you. For sure. I appreciate that. I'm always open to your guys' input. What you think I could be doing better. All right, I'm not prideful about it. If I'm doing something and if you can get help in a different way, if you think I could do something better, just tell me. Just tell me. So I appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me today. Overall, still a great day. Enjoy yourself. And we will come back tomorrow ready to end the week strong. All right? Don't go throwing all your profits back into the market. Hey, if that was legal. All right, guys. Peace out.